What's good, mother truckers? It's your boy CDL Keiko, and I'm back with another video, back with another banger. And as you can see, we are in the truck. Yeah, we in the truck with it. I just wrapped up another good class session, bro. Today I worked alley docking, and I was getting it, man. I was following my trailer, learning how to maneuver and everything like that. And as you guys know, as of late, I've been spending some time after class so that I can get these inspections down. So today I thought, why not bring you guys along for my air brakes inspection. This video will not only help me because I can review it and see, you know, everything that I did, but it also may help you if you're in CDL school. So let's get right into it. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let's do it. All right, you guys, so again, you have your DMV list. And if you guys watch my pre-trip inspection video, this whole beginning part right here is all going to be inside. Then you move to the outside. Before you do any of this, you want to do your safety start. I will now be completing my Class A air brakes inspection. First, I'm going to start with my safety start. My seat belt is not broken or damaged or frayed, and it buckles securely into place. My parking and my emergency brake are both engaged. And as you guys can tell, indicated by the light, the truck is in neutral. Next, I'm going to test my ABS system. I'm going to turn the key in the on position, and as you can see, my ABS light appears. And as you can see, it disappeared, indicating that the system is working properly. So once you guys do that part where the ABS goes off, that's your safety start. There's an acronym they've been teaching me that will help you remember your air brakes, and that's called SAGA. Safety, ABS, governor cutout, applied air leakage, and then you go on from there. You have low air warning, spring pop out, and test all of your brakes. I know it sounds like gibberish right now, but you'll get it as I go. So first, I'm going to start with my governor cutout test. My governor cutout should happen anywhere between 120 and 140 PSI. But in order to do this test, I must be under 100 PSI. So I'm going to turn the truck in the on position. And as you can see, we're above that. So I'm going to fan the brake until we get under 100 PSI. All right, we're at a good starting point here. I'm gonna start the engine. So again, my governor cutout should happen anywhere between 120 and 140 PSI. So just to help aid it go up, I'm gonna slightly press the gas. And as y'all can see, the pressure builds. And what you're gonna wait for, you're gonna wait for the truck to sneeze. You wanna hear it sneeze, and that's gonna be your governor cutout. So it's hitting at 120. My governor cutout occurred at 130 PSI. This is a successful test because it was between 120 and 140. Next is going to be my applied air leakage test. So for your applied air leakage, you want to shut the truck off. You want to turn it back on and view your gauges. Oh, and by the way, I've already pre-chalked the wheels. And you're going to disengage your parking and your emergency. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna wait for the gauge to settle. And once it settles, you're gonna go ahead and apply pressure to the brake. And then at this point, you already wanna have your timer ready. And ready to go. But I'm gonna apply pressure to the brake, and you're gonna hold it. And then you're gonna watch the gauge, and when it settles, then your minute begins. And in this test, you should lose no more than 4 PSI in 1 minute. All right, it looks like the needle settled at 106 PSI. And now my minute will begin. And while this is happening, you guys, you just want to make sure that your gauges do not lose more than 4 PSI in 1 minute. All right, you guys, my minute went by. And as you guys can see, my PSI did not lose any. It's still at 105 PSI. All right, you guys, did you catch my mistake right here? I said it's at 105 PSI when the first reading was at 106. So you just want to make sure when you're doing this, you're accurate with the numbers that you're telling, you know, the tester. Just because if you tell them the wrong number or the reading says something differently, then, you know, you can fail. And air brakes, you have to be 100% on. So I was just trying to hurry up because the instructor was like, hey, you know, you actually got to leave soon because I'm about to leave. So I was trying to hurry up, but that's what I get for rushing. Next is the lower warning. The lower warning should happen anywhere between 55 and 75 PSI. I'm going to fan my brake until I'm indicated by the lower warning. You're going to pay attention to your gauges. My lower warning was indicated at 65 PSI on my top gauge and at 70 PSI on my secondary. This was a successful test because it was between 55 and 75 PSI. Next is spring pop out. You want both of these to pop out. So you're going to continue fanning. This should happen anywhere between 20 and 45 PSI. So you're going to pay attention. My emergency brake popped out at 45 PSI. I'm going to continue fanning. And my parking popped out at 30 PSI. This was a successful test because it's between 20 and 45 PSI. We weren't able to get 100% through it. My instructor, like everybody else, left for the day, and I can't be here by myself, you know what I'm saying? Just a liability thing. I got through most of my air brakes. I was trying to hurry up because he had already told me that, you know, I can't stay. He was gonna let me stay, but then he had called the boss man and he said, nah, we can't do that. The last part of the air brakes test that I just did would just be to test all of my brakes individually. So in order to do that, and like I said earlier, I had pre-chalked my wheels and everything like that. So in order to test each brake individually, you would have had to unchock the wheels. You would have had to build the pressure back up because as you can see, we were doing the spring pop out and everything like that. So the pressure was low, you know what I'm saying? So they wouldn't have possibly worked properly. So you would have had to build up the pressure. So you would have turned the engine back on, and kind of like when I did the governor cutout, I would slightly press the gas a little bit so that I could build the pressure back up in the truck. So once it would get to sneezing again, once you hear that sneeze, and hopefully you guys were able to hear it on camera, you would say, okay, my pressure's built back up to a proper level. I'm gonna start by testing my parking brake. So then what you would do was, obviously the wheels being unchocked, you would disengage your emergency brake, and then you would put the truck into drive. Then what you would do is slightly press the gas, and then once you feel like the truck is about to move, and you'll feel it, bro. It took me a minute to feel that feeling, like know kind of when to let go of the gas. And then you'll let go of the gas and you'll kind of feel like a little, like, kind of like when a car does like this, like you'll kind of feel that, but you shouldn't move, right? If you move, that's where, you know, they can automatically fail you. But basically, then you would say, my parking brake held the truck. This was a successful test. And then you would move to your emergency brake. You would engage your emergency brake and disengage your parking brake. And then what you would do is make sure the truck is in drive again. And then same thing. Press the gas, and then once you feel the truck about to move, you let go, and then again you say my emergency brake test was successful, the brake held the truck. Then you would test your service brakes. You want to have your foot already on the brake, on your brake, like down there, and then you're going to disengage your emergency brake. So then now both are disengaged, right? And for this one, you're actually going to move for a little bit. So then you would slightly press the gas. And think about it like a car, bro. As soon as you press the gas, if you have no other brakes holding you, you're gonna move. So this one, you'll slightly press the gas, and then once you get up to like 5 miles per hour, bam, you're gonna hit the brakes, and then you're gonna say, my brake held the truck. The test was successful. It didn't sway to the left or right, and there weren't any weird noises. And that basically completes your air brakes test. When I get another day, which I may go ahead and go in tomorrow, I'll try to do the whole like in-cab inspection. To me, the in-cab inspection is the easiest, like out of all three, you know what I'm saying? Air brakes isn't that bad, bro. You just gotta really pay attention to like your gauges. You gotta make sure you chock your wheels, like stuff like that, man. But once you know how to read the gauge and you know what the, you know, the numbers are and stuff like that, it is not that bad. An air brakes test, bro, you can get done with the air brakes test in like 15 minutes or so. That's pretty much the end of this video. I know it wasn't like super in depth. I was gonna do a full in-cab and air brakes one because he had told me, you know, at first he told me I could stay there and, you know, do what I do. But, you know, like I said, he couldn't leave me by myself. I'm just a student, not a professional. So we got through most of the air brake. So again, we're getting better, man. We got our test date. It's crazy, bro. I was really getting that alley docking today. I was doing my thing. And yeah, man, this is gonna pretty much be the end of this video. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, follow me on IG. We out, baby. Let's go.